You're watching college softball on the SEC Network. It is an absolutely beautiful day for an in-state doubleheader as number 7 Alabama starts off this Wednesday with the Conference USA leading Jacksonville State Gamecocks. And we welcome you into the booth here at Rhodes Stadium. Glad that you're here. Gray Robertson alongside my partner, Allie Shipman. And Ship, this is not your typical midweek. This is going to be a battle between these two teams here this afternoon.
Absolutely. Two phenomenal teams with great RPIs and great arms in the circle. For Jacksonville State, you have McKenna Moore. She's going to keep hitters very off balance with that changeup. And then for Alabama, Vic Moten, who's going to throw some heat with that rise ball as well. It'll be really interesting to see what they do today. Absolutely.
Two freshmen battling it out here in this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And McKenna Moore comes in, the reigning Conference USA Pitcher of the Week and second in the league in ERA.
Absolutely, and she seems to just get better and better as the season goes on. She keeps people very off balance, and she has gotten confident as this weekend has gone, and we'll see what she does tonight.
Especially against an Alabama offense that did not put together the overall stats you'd want to see in the series win over the Tigers of Missouri last weekend. Really struggled situationally, specifically.
They got the runners on when they needed to, but they just couldn't score them. And this comes down to figuring out the type of identity you have as an offense. Are you the type that's going to go for the long ball or the type that's going to poke singles through? This is one of these games that Alabama could find out what they're made of.
And Patrick Murphy will go with one of his freshmen in the circle. We've seen a lot of this player, previous SEC Pitcher of the Week earlier this season, Vic Moten.
Vic Moten is going to be so strong for the Alabama Crimson Tide, a phenom freshman. She's going to throw high 60s, work that curveball, as well as that rise ball, drop ball, mix in a few changeups. But her bread and butter is working that zone north to south, keeping people off balance and using her velocity to get batters out.
And here's the lineup that she will face for Jacksonville State. And Morgan Nowakowski, top 10 in the country in doubles, leader in Conference USA in the 2 spot. She's waiting on deck as the first pitch comes in for a strike, and we're off and running here in Tuscaloosa. With Emma Elrod starting things off, the junior out of Noonan, Georgia, preseason All-Conference USA selection.
Emma Elrod, a very, very strong hitter. She stays on her backside super well, maintains tilt throughout the ball. Her power numbers are a little down this year, but her average is just as good.
She's caught looking. How about that for Moten? 3 pitches and a strikeout to start the game.
Very efficient here from Vic Moten. She's going to go up and away with this rise ball, just catches the outer corner and gets Elrod looking.
That one a little high to the redshirt senior out of Huntsville, Alabama, Morgan Nowakowski. What a story for this player.
She's had to battle so much adversity in her time at Jacksonville State, and yet she just keeps getting better and better. Coach says that she just has an attitude of gratitude. She stays present in the moment and maintains her confidence as season goes on.
Yeah, underwent open heart surgery in summer of 2022 and then promptly ASUN all-freshman selection.
That tells you a lot about the player that she is. She is gritty, she is passionate, and she has a love for this game, especially coming back after something as scary as that could be.
Battling with Moten, the 2-2. Just missed, full count. Got her. Back-to-back Ks to start things off for the freshman Moten.
Really good job here by Vic Moten. Again, she's going to go to this rise ball, but she's going to put it lower in the zone. This is a low rise that's going to move from the knees up to the hips. Really difficult as a hitter to adjust. Great job by Vic Moten.
That's fouled by the junior out of Swanee, Georgia, the 3-hitter Amber Reed. Last year against Alabama was 0 for 3, but has been hitting it well of late. 357 average in the last 5 games. Coach Bolin was telling us how much Elrod, Nowakowski, and Kaylee Martin really loved it when Amber Reed was moved back up into the 3 spot in this lineup. She grounds out the first. Wells will step on the bag. And a clean inning for Moten. Bama Bats will come up for the first time today when you return. Scoreless in Tuscaloosa. Well, from a freshman for Alabama to a freshman for Jacksonville State, it's the righty out of Grain Valley, Missouri, getting the start, McKenna Moore.
And she has been phenomenal lately. She's going to throw in the low 60s with that changeup in the mid 40s, and that changeup is absolutely deadly. She works north to south, and she uses her rise ball and changeup intermittently to set them up, keeps hitters off balance, and does a really good job of just maintaining her composure on the mound.
Reigning Conference USA Pitcher of the Week will take on this offense for Patrick Murphy. Audrey Vandegrift stepping in to lead off. Brooke Wells batting in the 2 spot. Fantastic on the season. However, has been on a bit of a cold streak, just 1 for 10 in the series with Missouri. And there's the speed of Vandegrift causing havoc already. A bunt single to kick things off here in the home half of the first.
Audrey Vandegrift, using her speed, lays down a perfect bunt right where nobody is at, uses her speed, and then rushes the pitcher to make an error and get on first base.
It's a pretty good job by Elrod backing up and right to make sure Vandegrift didn't have a shot at second. Now immediately an opportunity for the Houston transfer, Brooke Wells. There goes Vandegrift. The throw is perfect, and they got her. Kaiser with the howitzer. 1 down.
Wow. This is an amazing throw by Kaiser behind the dish. She knows that Vandegrift has speed, so she's going to prepare her setup, throws an absolute laser right on the money. That's one of those where it's an instant tag. Your shortstop doesn't even have to move. Tag goes right to the batter, or excuse me, to the runner.
You know, Vandegrift 8 for 12 in steals this year, and a 2-0 count on Brooke Wells. To the Round Rock, Texas native. Has already won SEC Player of the Week this year, but in the last 5 games, just 1 for 16. That one was a home run, and she's drawn some walks in that stretch. We've seen the average drop a little bit of late.
This is one of those hitters in the Alabama lineup that really needs to start heating back up again. They have a tough stretch going into SECs, so seeing Brooke Wells get back into her rhythm would be really huge for this offense.
Well, that's off the knob of the bat. Tough break for Wells, full count.
With a hitter like Wells, I think the key is timing, being able to figure out what she's going to do with her front foot step. Sometimes she goes to a stride, sometimes she does a no stride. So figuring out that timing piece is key for her.
That's jammed foul.
Brooke Wells doing a really good job of battling in this at bat, but you can see her timing. She's still just a tad late on those pitches. So here she'll look to make a slight adjustment.
See if this stays in play. Underwood can't make the grab.
Those are really tough plays over in that foul territory. You've got the dugout right there talking to you. You've also got the fence to look out for. So that takes a lot of communication between your third baseman and your shortstop to help you out, figure out where the fence is, and get your feet underneath you.
This will be the 9th pitch, and it's high, ball 4. So Wells draws walk number 21 this year. As we take a look at Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy, 28th season in Tuscaloosa, 15 trips to the Women's College World Series, 5-time SEC Coach of the Year. And he's looking, I think, for what we just saw in that at-bat. We were talking to him pregame, and he said strike zone discipline was going to be crucial, especially on those 3-2 pitches.
Absolutely. Understanding that you're going up there hunting a specific pitch. Even if it's 3-2, you can get rid of some pitches and wait for the one that you want to drive hard. I think Brooke Wells did a really good job of that. That last pitch wasn't the one she wanted. Lets it go for ball 4.
Setting up Alexis Papillo. 2-0 on the native of Crystal Lake, Illinois. Second year at Alabama after transferring in from Northern Iowa. And last year against Jacksonville State in that game up in Huntsville had a launched long home run out to deep right field. This is out in the same direction, but not nearly as long and foul.
Alexis Papillo has just a beautiful lefty swing. She is so efficient through the zone. She gets her front foot down, and her bat speed is so fast. When you have a bat speed like that, you can watch the ball in a little bit more, give yourself more time to decipher balls and strikes. And so she also has great pitch selection because of that.
When she has feasted in midweeks in her time in Tuscaloosa, hitting .560. And that was one of those scenarios. I just saw Coach Murphy in the third base coaching box telling Papillo, hey, that was ball 4.
Yeah, you can tell that she really wanted that rise ball. And those are the toughest ones to lay off of. You see it big, you think you can take it really far, but especially in that count, probably best to let it go.
That'll stay in play. Will it be caught? No. Underwood tried, but it was just in that Bermuda Triangle.
And when you start to swing at those pitches outside of the zone, you start to expand the zone for the pitcher. She has more reign to mess around with you a little bit, go a little bit higher, go a little bit lower, and that makes your job tougher as a hitter in the long run.
Back-to-back really long battles for more in the circle. I think she's going to win this one. Underwood is able to make the grab for out number 2.
A really good battle here by McKenna Moore, going deep into the count, but sticking with it. She's going to set up that last curveball with a few rise balls up in the zone, then go with that curve away, which is going to feel to Alexis Papillo a little bit slower than that up pitch and leads to a pop-up.
Strike 1 to Anna Roman, another freshman out of Florida. She's also won awards this year, previously SEC Freshman of the Week. Had a big home run to provide some necessary insurance in Game 3 of that Missouri series.
She has really impressed me this season so far with her mature at-bats. And that pitch right there specifically, that is a great take for a freshman, a really tough changeup to lay off of. But she just has a presence about her that makes you think she is more wiser and older than what she really is.
There's a strike, 2-2. Well, and that maturity is rare for freshmen, and you'll see it in spots. There are a lot of great freshmen every year, but to have that strike zone maturity, that's not common.
No, it's not, and it's very hard to do at this level because pitchers are so good at moving the ball through the zone. Their entire job is to make every pitch look similar out of the hand and then have it break to different places in the zone. So as a hitter, to understand that early on in your career is really rare.
Well, another full count for McKenna Moore. Roman spoils it yet again.
The other piece of that maturity is understanding yourself as a hitter, knowing your identity. What are you going up there hunting, being disciplined to your plan, and knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are.
That's ball 4. Wells was taking off, but Alabama's got 2 aboard with 2 outs.
Alabama showing some discipline up at the plate, and this is exactly what Coach Patrick Murphy wanted to see. We talked to him pregame, but just that plate discipline, and already in these first few batters, you can see Alabama making that adjustment.
Now Jacksonville State having a quick word out in the circle. And a great opportunity for Alabama, and that young lady right there, the senior from Clanton, Alabama, Marley Giles. On a weekend where Alabama as a team didn't hit great, Giles was fantastic up in Columbia, had an OBP of 800 in the series, and she steps in with a couple on and 2 outs here in the first.
She's been super consistent for the Alabama Crimson Tide, a vet, a senior. She's also the catcher behind the plate, which gives a unique viewpoint as a hitter. You get to know the umpire's strike zone a little bit more. You get to know kind of the feel of the game. And so being a catcher that hits is a really unique position.
Change up in there for a strike from Moore. And you've seen the improvement as well from Marley Giles. Has dealt with injuries throughout her career, but this season really seeing the ball extremely well.
And she is naturally so strong and gifted. And we talked to Coach Patrick Murphy a few weeks back, and the key for her was being able to stay inside the ball and go opposite field a little bit more, and also be very disciplined on those changeups. And I think she's done a great job of that this year. Yeah,
textbook example, game 1 against Missouri, opposite field home run for Giles. 2-2.
And especially as a senior, to revamp your swing so late in your career is just a testament to how gritty she is and how passionate she is about the game as well.
Giles fists that out to left, and it's down. Murphy will send Wells. The throw is cut off, and Marley Giles converts again. Alabama strikes first with the RBI single.
And Marley Giles stays hot with this one. She gets this pitch up and in on her hands, but like we were just saying, she's been working on staying inside the ball, so she does a good job of getting her hands in, being quick and long with her extension. She's a little jammed, but does just enough to score that run.
And a massive, massive hit for Alabama with a couple on. So that goes high to Salem Hawkins. Against Missouri in that whole series, 1 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Today, now 1 for 1. Looking for another hit from the junior out of Phoenix. Mississippi State transfer Hawkins. This is a lot of pitches already for McKenna Moore, and you think about Vandegrift reaching on the first pitch, but since then, a lot of long battles by these Alabama hitters.
And you can see there her balls and strikes are flat, even, and normally you'd love to see you know, a higher ratio of strikes to balls, but you're working behind all these batters, and it makes pitch calling more difficult, and it makes it hitting a little bit easier as well.
Now comes the pitching coach for Jacksonville State, Olivia Gray. We were talking to Coach Gray pregame, and she was telling us about that mentality that Moore has, even as a freshman. And even though she frankly gives up a lot of base runners, she's always able to find her way out of it because she trusts her defense, and she's got that kind of happy-go-lucky, I'll be fine, we'll figure it out personality when she's in the circle.
Absolutely, and this is a game of failure, and so having that mentality is so key. And they talked about her ability to give props to her defense. She's always giving it back to her defense, praising them and trusting in them, so she knows she can get into situations like this and be just fine because she has that trust in her spin and in her defense behind her.
Well, the problem is the freshman at the plate, Ambry Taylor. What a revelation for the Jasper, Alabama native out of Curry High School. Has been a reliable pinch hitter, but started to get more starts the last few weeks, and it paid off with a big 3-run homer in Game 3 against Missouri.
And we talked to Coach Murphy before the game, and he just said that she was ready for her time. She kept grinding, kept working, bought into that pinch hit role, and then when her time came, she executed, and that's why you see her in the lineup today.
That's a cue ball. Tough play for Davis, and the throw is corralled by Martin. Well, the Jacksonville State defense makes the play, but Alabama does get on the board off to the second, tied up 1-0. Nice crowd on this Wednesday here at the Rhodes House. Alabama leads Jacksonville State 1-0 as we journey on to the top of the second and take a look at the Gamecocks head coach, Julie Boland, leading the way. Second year as the head coach, or I beg your pardon, third year as the head coach, but she is a Jacksonville State lifer, a longtime assistant under Jana McGinnis, played for the Gamecocks, and she absolutely loves not just Jacksonville, Alabama, but what this team in particular is putting together. 23-9 on the year, 7 straight conference wins, top of the Conference USA pack, and picked up back-to-back conference sweeps for the first time since 2023, and in a league that feels wide open. It's Jacksonville State sitting up at the top right now.
Absolutely, and what sticks out to me is their RPI at 38. That is so high, and coming into a place like Alabama, you have an opportunity to even raise that more.
Kaylee Martin, well struck to center off the wall. Well, there's the big bopper for the Gamecocks. Leadoff single here in the second inning.
Kaylee Martin doing a phenomenal job of getting on plane. This rise ball is left a little bit lower in the zone and over the plate, and she capitalizes, gets her barrel there, and barely misses a home run over to the center field fence.
It was hit so hard, it could only be a single for the sophomore Kaylee Martin. And now strike one to Michaelin Kaiser, senior from Springville, Alabama.
And going back to what we were talking about earlier with this Jacksonville State team, another thing that just pops out to me is their fielding percentage. They are very strong on defense, and that goes back to what we were saying about McKenna Moore and being able to trust her defense, trust her stuff, and let the defense work.
Right now, Vic Moten is not letting the Alabama defense do much of anything. Another strikeout for the freshman, her third today.
Great bounce back here by Vic Moten. She's going to go with that curveball outside, gets the corner, and she is fired up about that one.
Ashley Phillips fouls off the first pitch she sees. Senior out of Alexandria, Alabama. 1 for 4 last year with a strikeout against the Tide, hitting .268 on the year. Has had some big hits, you saw on the graphic. Had the walk-off against Louisiana Tech.
And when talking to Coach Boland, she says that this is one of those players that has really upped her game as of late. She's gotten her mindset right, and she's also balancing a lot off the field. She's a nursing student, sometimes has to miss most practices because of her clinicals, and still comes out here and performs.
Yeah, Coach Boland was telling us occasionally Phillips will show up to practice for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, have to go, do some work, and then come back maybe an hour after practice just to run some drills. I mean, truly a student athlete.
I love that, and you saw in that graphic right there, her celebrating starting her first IV. Coach said she came to practice and was super pumped about that, and they were pumped for her, and really awesome to see these young women not only being successful on the field, but off the field as well.
Well, she swings and misses there as Moten continues to tear through this offense. 4 strikeouts and 2 down here in the second.
Vic Moten doing what she does best, which is bouncing back. She goes back to this curveball on the outer half and expands the zone a little bit more, so she's able to get that call further off the plate and then force people to swing at it as well.
Aria Davis, a sophomore out of Tacoola, Georgia. Started all 58 games last year as a freshman. Going through it a bit right now, 0 for her last 10. That gets away. Easy move to second for Kaylee Martin, and a runner in scoring position for Davis.
This is just a drop ball that gets right underneath the glove of Giles back there. When you're a catcher and you know that there's a down pitch coming, I always say to start with your mitt completely on the ground. The key is timing. You want to let that ball travel as much as you possibly can before you start to go up with your glove, and there she just went a little bit early.
Now the 1-2 from Moten. A little high, 2-2.
And this pitch just barely misses the top half of the zone. But I think going back to what we were talking about framing, I think Marley Giles' setup back there may have caused a bit of a missed pitch for Vic Moten as well.
But Moten finishes it off right. After the leadoff single, 3 straight Ks, and that'll retire the side.
And Vic Moten going upstairs with this rise ball outside. Alabama will look to put some more on the board when we come back.
Alabama with a 1-0 lead on the Conference USA leaders, Jacksonville State, here on this Wednesday. First of two for us and for the Crimson Tide as Alabama plays North Alabama about 30 minutes or so after the conclusion of this one. Little double dip here on this Wednesday, and a nice crowd for a game that started about 30 minutes ago. And they've seen the Alabama offense work a lengthy start for McKenna Moore. This will be pitch 38 for her to start off the bottom of the second.
Well, in this Alabama offense, just being so patient up at the dish, you can tell that they're hunting something specific. They're being very disciplined on that rise ball and waiting for something lower in the zone.
Jenna Young, the Iowa transfer. Have not seen a lot of Young the last few weeks as Patrick Murphy has been working the lineup to try and figure out the best combination. And I'm sure he's certainly hoping that the two-time first-team Big Ten selection will have a good day today, heading into the weekend, and then that big matchup with Texas next week.
Yeah, this is one of those mid-game or midweek games that is really crucial going into a big-time series against Texas. You want to kind of finalize your lineup, figure out where everybody's the most confident and comfortable going into a really, really strong opponent like Texas.
Yeah, this is Alabama's bye weekend with North Dakota State coming to town, and then that blockbuster matchup on Easter weekend with the Longhorns. Going to be a lot of fun. Quite a bit of softball until we get to that point. Young with the dribbler, and Moore's throw is late and a little low too.
McKenna Moore doing a really good job of pulling the string on this changeup and fooling Jenna Young, but making that play off the mound, you have to really bounce off that mound as a pitcher, and sometimes those are tough, especially slow rollers, excuse me. Got to hop up off the mound, be quick with it, and make a good throw.
Kind of seemed to take everybody by surprise. And now to the 9 spot, and Lauren Johnson. It was very high and tight to the junior out of Franklin, Tennessee.
Sometimes those ones off the bat almost feel like a bunt. It's almost like a sneaky bunt. Catches the defense off guard, very hard to defend.
And Johnson, another one that Coach Murphy mentioned. He really, really wants to see her have a good day. 0 for her last 10. Hit the ball hard a few times, but right at people in Columbia in that series against Missouri.
And so far this season, Lauren Johnson has been pretty consistent up until this 10 or so, stretch for her. But I think it's coming down to being confident again in the box, finding a rhythm, being on time, picking out good pitches. And especially in the SEC, it is so hard to stay consistent. The pitching is so good top to bottom. So if you have one off weekend, all of a sudden you look up and you're 0 for 10.
Johnson out to left field, and it's caught by Cushingberry. Very well struck, and a loud first out here in the second.
Wow, Lauren Johnson with a great hit, smokes this ball, but it's Cushingberry out there in left field, takes a great first step, tracks this ball down, and gets it in fast to keep the runners from advancing.
That's the kind of play that kind of personifies what we were just talking about with Johnson. She's had some hard hit balls like that, but just a better play by Cushingberry to make that catch on the run.
And sometimes that's just how softball is. It's a game of luck, it's a game of failure, and sometimes you can square a ball up and you don't get on, or you can hit a dribbler and get on base. It's just how the game works.
Yeah, we saw Jenna Young reach on a off the end of the bat swinging bunt. We saw a bunt single from Vandegrift to start off the game. She lifts that in the air to left. Easier catch for Cushingberry, 2 down.
McKenna Moore doing a good job of keeping Audrey Vandegrift off time. She's just a little bit out in front on this one, sticks her barrel out there and ends up flying out.
A much more economical second inning for the freshman Moore.
As a freshman coming into a place like the Rhodes House at Alabama, it's really good to see the bounce back coming off of that inning where she walked a few batters, wasn't attacking the zone, and now this inning she's attacking these hitters, going right after them, using her changeup, using that curve and that rise, and getting them more off balance because she's going through the zone, and then she's able to play around with her pitch call a little bit more.
That was high and tight to Wells. Coach Boland was telling us Moore was kind of a late find. They were looking for another pitcher. We're told by Moore's travel ball coach, hey, you've got to look out for this kid. And she has come in and been a really impressive arm for this deep pitching staff. Young takes off. Another good throw and another throw out.
Wow. Kaiser behind the dish, not only making this throw, but also blocking this ball up as well. She does a really good job of keeping this ball in front, reading that Jenny Young is on the move, pushing off that back leg and making a great throw down to second base for the final out.
Good for the freshman Vic Moten, already 5 strikeouts today.
She's doing a really good job of mixing up her pitches. She goes up in the zone, but then will also move that curveball out and away to batters as well, keeping them off balance and off time with 2 different spins.
Impressive young lady, last year's Alabama Gatorade Player of the Year, 5-star recruit according to Softball America, facing 8-9-1 in the Jacksonville State Order.
And for Vic Moten, this could be a really crucial game for her this season. She has 2 losses on the year against SEC teams, and as a freshman, being able to bounce back, get a win under your belt, coming off of a really tough weekend at Mizzou, this could be huge for her going into future games.
Yeah, had that tough Saturday against Arkansas, a tough game too against Missouri, like you mentioned. And you see what she's done this year, top 10 in ERA. But it is important to have those games, as Giles goes to have a word, where you can kind of cleanse the palate and, again, refocus and reset, especially considering, as we've mentioned a few times now, the big SEC series on the horizon, Texas, Tennessee, all that's left in conference play, and you would think that Moten will be the one getting the ball in those Saturday games.
Absolutely, and especially as a freshman, you haven't been there, done that yet, so you don't know what those feelings are like when you're in that big game and in that big-time SEC series, and so being able to bounce back, settle in, trust your stuff, and get back into your groove is really helpful going into those big series.
That's a 4-pitch walk drawn by the sophomore J.C. Underwood. And the Hazelhurst, Georgia native stands on first. First free pass surrendered by Moten here today. Lily Cushingberry will pull back the bunt, take it high.
And something else that Coach Patrick Murphy was talking to us about the game before was trying to limit the free passes versus the strikeouts. They've been pretty good so far this season with a lot more strikeouts than walks. But then versus Missouri, the gap got a little closer, a little narrower. And so he told his pitching staff that they have to be better with going through the zone, making sure that they're getting strikes, limiting the free passes.
Well, that area has been significantly better this year. Free pass is a major problem in 2025 as Cushingberry bunts that one foul.
And when you put that leadoff batter on, or you walk a batter to put somebody on first base, everything shifts when you're pitch calling as well. It's a little bit different. You have to look for the steal. You have to be prepared to stay a little bit tighter in the zone to make sure that your catcher can make a play. And so pitch calling becomes different. So you have to kind of get outside yourself as well when you put that batter on first base.
We'll see what pitching coach Lance McMahon draws up on the 1-2. It's fouled by Cushingberry. The sophomore out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, first in Conference USA in walks, so a very tough out down to a 9 spot. And what immediately sticks out, yes, hitting .235, but a .487 on base percentage.
She's another one of those that just has a great eye, and she battles in there, as you can tell. Right there, that is a really tough take, 1 and 2, especially since she just fouled off that drop ball the pitch before. The drop ball is going to slow you down a little bit, and so trying to lay off that rise ball, which is going to feel faster.
She chases there as Moten gets the K in response.
Was able to lay off that rise ball, but then they go straight back to it and gets her to chase. Look at the spin on that ball, moves through the zone for a strikeout for Vic Moten.
So first time through the order, 6 Ks for Moten, and now we'll see what adjustments Emma Elrod has made. She struck out looking in the first.
Emma Elrod, only 2 home runs on the season, had 15 last year, so her power numbers are a little bit lower, but she's still hitting at that .352 clip, being very consistent.
When Coach Bolin told us about Elrod, who stands at 5'4", she's got a 6'1" mentality, and all she wants to talk about is hitting.
Yeah, they said it's almost like she came out of the womb trying to talk about hitting. And the other piece of that is she's always in the weight room trying to better herself off the field so that when she gets on the field, she can be her very best.
She lifts that out to left field, and Johnson will range over and make the grab for the second out.
This is a good piece of hitting by Elrod. You can see her hyping up Nowakowski coming up next, but Vic Moten going outside with that curveball, gets her to swing, gets it off the end of the bat for a line drive out.
Down straight back by Morgan Nowakowski. She struck out in the first. Last year against Alabama was 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs.
She has made some huge jumps in her numbers this year, and they've made a couple tweaks to her swing. You'll notice that front leg, she hangs it up a little bit higher. She's slower, a little smoother with that front leg kick. Gives her the ability to adjust for those changeups and also see the ball in a little bit deeper. She's hanging with that foot up in the air, and then can be slow and smooth into her stride.
What helps a hitter make that type of adjustment? Because I know sometimes switching your routine completely can be hard.
I think it comes down to the off season and trusting your coaching staff, trusting that, you know, they've kind of been there, done that, and hitters have hit split stance with a leg kick before. So it can be done, and being able to just find your rhythm. I think timing is the biggest piece with that. You've got a lot of movement, so being able to be on time and get your foot down when you need to is key.
It's a nice block by Giles. Full count on Nowakowski. And Lance McMahon will come out and have a word with Moten after a couple wild misses in a row.
Vic Moten not as sharp this inning, still doing a good job of working through the zone, but you saw those misses aren't nearly as close as they were in the innings before, and so Coach Lance McMahon probably having a chat about trying to work through the zone a little bit more.
Now Lance McMahon having a word with our home plate umpire, Stephen Gould. I wonder if maybe Moten is having trouble gripping the softball on a couple of these last few pitches.
She's taking a couple practice pitches here. Maybe looking for something in the mound as well.
Well, appears like all is well. We'll keep an eye on it.
You know, sometimes as a pitcher, if the mound isn't what you're used to, or it's a little firmer, a little stickier, it can be hard to adjust as a pitcher.
Now she's got the payoff, and she's got a walk. Nowakowski heads to first, 2 on, 2 out, and another great chance for Jacksonville State here against Vic Moten.
A great opportunity here for Jacksonville State. 2 walks, 2 free passes by Vic Moten, which we were just talking about. She's going to have to adjust her pitch call, so a good time to capitalize if you're Jacksonville State.
Strike one to Amber Reed. Reed grounded out earlier. When we were talking during the break, what Jacksonville State did so well in that sweep of Louisiana Tech was take advantage of, frankly, the few opportunities they got against the Bulldogs. Only 5 of 12 in that series, but obviously got the hits, even though they didn't come in bunches when it mattered to get the sweep. Now trying to get the big hit here in the 3rd inning with 2 on and 2 out.
Almost the complete opposite of Alabama's production last weekend.
It's Reed to center field. Vandegrift on the run. No, she dropped it. 1 run will score. Here comes the second. It was tight, but Amber Reed has given Jacksonville State the lead here in the 3rd.
And Amber Reed goes upstairs with this rise ball. This is left over the heart of the plate. She gets her barrel out there, smokes this ball, and Audrey Vandegrift almost comes up with the great snag, but it bounces off the wall. And what I love is the base runners, knowing that it's 2 outs, 2 outs, 2 bases, they easily score coming around there.
That's a 2 RBI double for Reed, double number 4 this year. Now up to 8 RBIs, and that's exactly what we've talked about. Now Jacksonville State 1 for 2 today with runners in scoring position and taking advantage of that chance here in the 3rd.
And I'm wondering, because we've seen this before from Alabama, if Vic Moten is going to start working that drop ball in a little bit more. She's normally more north, higher in the zone, but that seems to be the pitch that has gotten her into a little bit of trouble. So I'll be interested to see if they work that drop ball, which has been effective before for her.
Single for Kaylee Martin in the 2nd. Now a 3-0 count.
This would be a good time if you're a catcher. Call timeout, slow your pitcher down. These pitches seem like they're coming in back to back to back. Good response by Vic Moten, but a good time to just kind of slow your infield down, slow your pitcher down, take a deep breath, regroup, know that you still have 2 outs. Especially with Kaylee Martin up, who has the power numbers for Jacksonville State.
Payoff. Got her. Moten gets out of it. But it's Jacksonville State that has the big hit. A 2 RBI double by Amber Reed. And the Gamecocks lead at 2-1. Jacksonville State with the 2-1 lead up on Alabama as we go to the bottom of the third. Gray Robertson and Allie Shipman up in the booth. Pleased to be joined by the head coach for Jacksonville State, Julie Boland. And Coach, you were telling us during the week how much fun the top of the order has had with Amber Reed sliding back into the 3 spot. How big was her getting that hit for your team this early in the game?
Oh, I think it's huge. You know, any type of fight that we can put up at the plate right now to get more pitches, to see more, to see what the umpire is calling, to be on time with them is huge. So for Amber to come up and score 2 runs, it's great. It lights a fire under us.
Absolutely, and Coach McKenna Moore was a little bit less efficient in those first few innings, but is starting to settle in. What are you seeing from her?
Yeah, I think, you know, this is a big stage to play on. This is what we want to play on, and this is her first start and on a big stage like this. So just getting her calmed in and throwing her game with her and Michaela Kaiser behind the plate, just getting on the same rhythm, I think is big.
Absolutely, Coach. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, guys.
That's Jacksonville State head coach Julie Boland. And if we had a third question, it probably would have been about Kaiser mowing down a couple Alabama runners here today. And that is, I think, really switched up a lot of the momentum here in this game.
Absolutely. She has been phenomenal back there with her transitions, her push off her back leg, understanding the speeds of the runners. Catcher to catcher, I have been really impressed with her.
Now the Tide will look to respond with the power alley due up. Wells, Papillo, and Roman. Walking a run for Brooke Wells in the first. Smoked. Brooke Wells, goodbye. Power alley indeed. Solo homer, and Alabama ties it up at 2.
And Brooke Wells doing what she does the best. This ball is left middle over the plate, and she capitalizes, lets that ball travel, gets all barrel on it, and sends it for a moonshot for her 12th home run of the season.
Well, in a moment where Alabama felt like they needed an answer, it was Brooke Wells that provided such a response, and I believe that is also going to draw a pitching change for Jacksonville State. Some good moments for the freshman McKenna Moore, but for now her day is done. A new pitcher coming in for the Gamecocks, and we'll tell you who it is when we come back. Well, Brooke Wells has just tied this game at 2, and so Jacksonville State will turn to another freshman in the circle. Yulay Woodruff, the native of Chattanooga, Tennessee, will come in with a clean inning here in the bottom of the 3rd.
And this is a great opportunity for another freshman to gain some experience. Yulay Woodruff is going to throw in the low 60s with that changeup in the low 50s. She's going to throw a lot of screwballs. That changeup is the key. If that is on, she induces a lot of ground balls and gets people off time.
Has thrown 8 innings this year against SEC teams, a 6.12 ERA for Woodruff. As Alabama, after a somewhat squirrely top of the 3rd where Jacksonville State grabbed the lead, gets the tie up immediately with the solo homer by Brooke Wells, and now you've got Alexis Papillo.
And especially with how disciplined this Alabama offense has been today, I think the key for Yulay Woodruff is to pound the zone, work as many strikes as you can, be efficient. That way you can pull the string on that changeup when you need to.
Woodruff, a product of Hamilton High School.
And we talked to Coach Boland earlier this week, and she said that her pitching staff refers to each other as a machine. They're all just cogs in one big machine, so this is not unusual for them to switch pitchers out. And they actually kind of use that as fuel for themselves, knowing that they can rely on each other to pick themselves up.
And you've got a couple upperclassmen as well that we haven't seen yet today, and Jalea Holmes and McKinley Portillo. Top in Conference USA in shutouts, 2nd in the conference as a team in ERA. What a job by Olivia Gray as the pitching coach for Jacksonville State.
And I really love the buy-in that you get from that pitching staff, knowing that they're going to have to almost pitch by committee, but pumping each other up about it. They take pride in the fact that they can all help each other out. They all have strengths and weaknesses and can come in certain situations and do well.
Papillo out to center, and on the run is Nowakowski. And the center fielder was able to track it down for the first out.
Woodruff doing a really good job of getting up and in on the hands of Papillo. Gets her to jam up just enough for her outfielder to track that ball down for an out.
So Nowakowski makes the grab in the gap. And Woodruff will face Anna Roman. Walk in the first for the freshman out of Oviedo, Florida. The wind has picked up a little bit here at Rhodes. It's an absolutely stunning afternoon. And we're glad that you're with us. Gray Robertson and Allie Shipman up here in the booth.
That is a great 2-strike pitch right there by Woodruff, and a really good take on the other side of that by Roman. Painting that corner a little bit up and away. Very mature take, but an even better spot as well.
And Woodruff gets Roman to swing and miss. Nice job by the freshman in the circle, coming up and getting 2 quick outs.
Well, Woodruff is going to go outside with that screwball first to set herself up for this changeup. She's able to pull the string, get Roman off balance, but it starts with that really close pitch, the pitch before.
Heady stuff by Yule Woodruff. Now taking on Marley Giles. Giles had the RBI single that got the scoring started in the first inning.
I think this is a really great at-bat by Marley Giles so far. Was paying attention to that at-bat in front of her with Anna Roman, seeing where Woodruff is placing the ball with that screwball and that curveball away. And so she's able to make her plan and adjust and learn from the batter ahead of her.
So what's Michaela Kaiser saying to the freshman pitcher right now during this meeting?
Probably just take a deep breath, settle back in, trust your stuff. You know, like Coach was saying earlier, this is a big moment for these freshmen, big stage for them. And so being able to slow the game down a little bit, take a breath, trust that you have the spin and you have the ability. Now just go out there and let your defense work behind you.
Here's ball 4, so Giles will head to first. And the inning not quite over yet for the Alabama offense.
Lots of walks for Jacksonville State today, trying to limit the damage here, but what you're looking for is not compounding those walks. If you compound an error with a walk, with another walk, that's when teams start to get into trouble. But if you give up the one walk and bounce back, that's a lot easier to manage as a defense.
Salem Hawkins walked in the first inning. Alabama today has still struggled a little bit situationally, 1 for 5 with runners on. This is looped out to right, and it's caught on the dive. Elrod initially misjudged it, but she makes the grab to end an inning where Brooke Wells sent one to space.
Brooke Wells getting her foot down and being perfectly on time for this pitch sends a moonshot out for her 12th home run of the season.
back to After 3 here in Tuscaloosa, Jacksonville State and Alabama. Gray Robertson and Allie Shipman in the booth. Now joined by the Hall of Famer Patrick Murphy. And Coach, we saw Marlee Giles have the RBI single in the first inning. She had an 800 OBP in the series against Missouri. She's having a great senior year. What has helped her swing with so much confidence here this season?
I think she made a decision at the beginning of the year that this was going to be a great year for her. You know, sometimes if they just make a decision and say this is going to be my year, it happens. And I think she's done that from day one.
I love that. And Coach, Vic Moten getting the start for you in the circle again today. What are you seeing from her?
Not bad. I think her velocity is pretty good. She's, for the most part, hitting her spots. The lady before at the end of the inning, that was supposed to be an intentional walk. But, hey, she got out of the inning. But we need to get her to about the 6th or the 7th for sure tonight. She needs to stay in there.
Gotcha, Coach. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, thanks for being here, guys.
Well, an interesting little tidbit dropped by Patrick Murphy. Wanted to see an intentional walk, and that is not what happened. And now you see the comparison to the Saturday game against Missouri, where it was really the 3rd inning where things kind of first started to unravel against the Tigers, and a tough 3rd inning today against the Gamecocks, and now we'll see how she does in the 4th.
And I think when you're looking at that stat line, a positive that jumps out to me today is that strikeout number is way up today versus against Mizzou. She's being a little bit more efficient through the zone, allowing her pitches to move. And now people are going to hit you now and then. That's okay. Now you just have to figure out how to bounce back, try to throw your strikes again, throw your best stuff at them.
What do you make of the intentional walk revelation?
I mean, that's a tough situation to be in. As a pitcher, you want the ball, and you believe in yourself, and you want to get that batter out. And so sometimes that's a tough one as a pitcher, to be able to be like, okay, I have to throw the intentional walk. This is what my team needs from me, but that's a tough one out there.
Well, so far, so good here in the 4th against Michaela Kaiser. She struck out looking in the 2nd. And she's caught looking here in the 4th. 1 down.
Vic Moten doing another phenomenal job with this up and away rise ball. But what I love is Marlee Giles' frame behind the plate. She is on time, gets her mitt there early so that she can get around it and make a subtle movement to get that ball into the strike zone.
Well, and that's now a career high 8 strikeouts for Moten. Facing another player she K'd earlier, Ashley Phillips. What's the most important thing in the art of framing a pitch?
Timing. I think timing and recognizing spin. Each pitcher, they may say that they all have a curveball or a drop ball or a rise ball, but every pitcher is going to be a little bit different with their spin. So understanding their tendencies helps you determine where you need to set up, where your glove needs to be, how early do I need to get there, how late do I need to get there. And so knowing your pitcher, you know, from pitch to pitch, spin to spin, that's what helps you be a great catcher.
Good pitch by Moten there, 2-2. I'm always intrigued, Allie, to hear your experience with that pitcher-catcher relationship, because you caught some of the best pitchers we've seen in the SEC the last few years. Ashley Rogers at Tennessee, Montana Fouts at Alabama. Here's my partner out on the wall. Pays off for Moten. Strikeout number 9 and 2 down.
Vic Moten once again going more for the curveball this time, gonna paint that outside corner, get her to swing and miss. Great spin rate, just another phenomenal pitch by her. But going back to what you were saying, that pitcher-catcher relationship is really important. You want your pitcher to be able to trust you, you trust your pitcher. You know, you almost want to get to the point where once they step on the mound, you know exactly where that pitch is going to end up. You can just feel their tendencies. If they shake off a pitch, you know exactly what they want next. And that starts off the field with getting to know them, understanding their personality type, and catching a lot of bullpen. Bullpens are underrated. Bullpens are not just for the pitchers, okay? So all you catchers out there, get in that bullpen. Learn from your pitchers as much as you can.
Aria Davis lifts that to center field. Vandegrift will settle. Inning over. 1-2-3 for Moten, and we go to the bottom of the fourth, all tied up at 2. Bottom of the order due up for Alabama in the bottom of the fourth. All tied up at 2 with Jacksonville State, and Alabama in a pretty good spot in the RPI, one of the main metrics that the committee will use. They'll use DSR, they'll use KPI as well, but the RPI has been kind of the guide for where a team will likely finish in the seeding, and Alabama currently with an RPI of 5. I'd say anything inside the top 8 surely would lock you into at worst host a regional once we get to that end point of the year. And a lot of quality wins remaining. You've got Texas coming up in a few weeks, Tennessee still on the schedule, and even today Jacksonville State with an RPI of 37 entering this game. That top 50 win metric is massive for the committee, and especially that top 50 win percentage. That was something they cited last year when debating that final spot in the top 16 regional hosts, and this would be a victory the Tide would really find helpful on that resume.
Absolutely, and it's not just about, like you said, wins and losses. It's about who you're beating and then who they go on to beat as well. There's a lot that goes into this. So if you're a Jacksonville State team on the other half of that and you come in to the Rhodes House and you beat a team like Alabama, all of a sudden all the great wins that Alabama may have in the future also impact you as well and boost you and your team. So there's a lot that goes into it, but it is so crucial.
There's Taylor opposite way out towards right. Elrod is waiting for out number 1.
It's very crucial, that RPI, and especially strength of schedule. And that starts even way before the season. The coaches start looking at that way in advance, and who you play really does matter down the stretch.
Well, and that 37 number for Jacksonville State, that's at large territory. I mean, this is a team putting together a pretty good profile, even if they don't go on to win Conference USA, as long as they keep this current pace.
Yeah, it used to come down to winning your conference tournament for a lot of these teams. That's how you got into postseason. But now things are a little bit different, and so that RPI being within, close to that 32 mark is super duper important.
It's inside to Jenna Young. Young singled earlier. That flyout by Ambry Taylor, by the way, the first time that the leadoff has been retired by Jacksonville State pitching so far today. And a tough luck foul off by Young. As April approaches, my bracket brain starts to turn. I don't know if it's the basketball that
The March Madness is getting to you?
It gets me even more excited about bracketology and resumes and everything that the committee will use or maybe not use when seeding 1 through 16, actually 1 through 32 this year.
Yeah, the 1 through 32 is something that's new and provides a unique opportunity for some of those other teams that may not have otherwise had a shot other than just straight up winning their conference tournament. So I think it'll be really interesting to see them seed 1 through 32, what that looks like and how that affects softball in the long run.
Well, and obviously the dream is to one day seed 1 through 64, but baby steps.
I can't imagine having to seed all of those teams. It's hard enough just trying to, you know, go day by day with these teams because everybody is just so good nowadays.
Young sneaks it through out to right. How about a 2-for-2 day in the 8th spot for Jenna Young, a day she really needed, and a 1-out base hit.
And this is exactly what Patrick Murphy wants from Jenna Young. She sees this changeup, keeps her barrel there, gets just underneath it enough for a low line drive through the infield. The big ticket there was she was on time. She stayed in her legs, let that ball travel, and then got her barrel there.
Bunt by Lauren Johnson. It's a beauty. Kaiser's throw to a covering Phillips might have been in time, but I don't think Phillips' foot was on the bag when Lauren Johnson got there safely.
First off, just a phenomenal bunt there by Lauren Johnson right in front of home plate. Kaiser does a good job of jumping out in front of it, but this is close. Yeah, I think she may have been safe. I don't think she was on the bag.
Now back to the top of the order. Audrey Vandergriff, bunt single in the first. Will hit fly out in the second. Vandergriff back up the middle. Murphy will send Jenna Young, and Audrey Vandergriff has given Alabama the lead back here in the bottom of the 4th.
Vandergriff starting to heat up here for the Crimson Tide. Gets this outside pitch, drives it up the middle, and Jenna Young reading this off the bat, knowing that she is scoring automatically from second base. Good piece of hitting, good piece of base running.
It's a 3rd hit today with runners on. And now look out, Brooke Wells. A monster solo shot in the 3rd, a walk in the 1st. She scored twice today, hitting .481 with runners in scoring position.
A really, really strong hitter in Brooke Wells, but the problem is you really can't put her anywhere either because you have a hitter like Alexis Papillo behind her who's also very strong in her numbers, makes it very tough for defensively.
Stopped at second. Nice play by Phillips. And that'll get Vandergriff for out number 2.
This is a great play by Phillips over at second base, knowing that she has to lay out in order to prevent a run from scoring. Puts it all on the line, and then the glove flip to her teammate to get the force out. Smart softball IQ and great execution.
And you referenced Alexis Papillo backing up Wells in the lineup. 0 for 2 today, trying to extend a 27-game reach base streak and a 10-game hit streak. And Wells will saunter on to second to put 2 in scoring position.
Good read by Wells and a good block by Kaiser behind the dish. Even though it's 1st and 3rd, you know that there's still a runner at 3rd base and you have to protect home, so it's okay to let that runner go to 2nd base as long as you keep the other one from scoring.
Papillo sends this way up in the air. Elrod is right underneath it. Side retired. Alabama's back in front, and they've got a 1-run lead after 4.
Home of MLB.TV.
So all out-of-market games, live or on demand, plus all your favorite sports on ESPN. We need to tell the people, Carl.
We're doing it right now.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.TV. All out-of-market games, live or on demand, all in one place.
And now we go to the 5th inning with Alabama leading Jacksonville State 3-2. Vic Moten back out to work in the circle, working with a career-high 9 strikeouts so far today. 8-9-1 due up for Jacksonville State, who's continued to stay in this game. Alabama's had a lot of chances to bust this one open, but continuing to battle. Now J.C. Underwood, the sophomore.
Well, and this goes back to what we were talking about situational hitting. You see Jacksonville State only 2 hits on the day, but they come in key moments. Alabama has 7, but they're not able to be quite as efficient with their hits.
And it was this part of the order that was due up in that 3rd inning when the 2 runs came in. And here is a situational stat so far today. And again, not all hits with runners in scoring position are created equal.
Absolutely, it's about coming through with that big hit when you need it, and sometimes all it takes is that one hit to make a difference in the game. And for Jacksonville State, you got to continue to get runners on base and then continue to be clutch when those moments come.
The problem is Vic Moten. Strikeout number 10 as she continues to shatter her previous career high.
Vic Moten going upstairs with this rise ball. She's going to work it through the zone. This isn't going to be a rise ball that's up at your shoulders. It's going to move from thigh to your chest, which is really difficult as a batter because it's going to be a strike regardless, even if you swing or not. Great job by Vic Moten.
Now battling Haley Cushingberry. Nickname Bug. What was your nickname?
Ship.
Yeah,
That's
makes
it.
sense.
Ship Dog.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I finally got away from Maddie's little sister eventually, so I was proud of that.
What was Madison Shipman's nickname? Maddie?
Maddie, yeah.
And Ship, yeah.
Now it's Allie Shipman's big sister.
That's right. Moten's nickname might be the strikeout machine. 11 and back-to-back here in the 5th.
Wow, and what makes this so special is the previous strikeout was on a rise ball, and now she's gonna go down in the zone with this drop ball. Look at the spin on that pitch, tumbling over top, does a really good job of moving through the zone with both the up and the down.
So Emma Elrod will step back in.
And when you're an offense facing a pitcher that's going to move up in the zone and down in the zone, the key is picking a height. If you go up there chasing both, it's really hard to adjust your bat path mid-pitch. A rise ball is a lot different in your shoulder plane and where you're trying to get your barrel than a drop ball is in your posture. So you have to go up there sitting one specific height and committing to it.
Elrod lifts that to left field, and Emma Elrod has a homer. We are tied again. Solo shot by the Jacksonville State leadoff here in the 5th.
Emma Elrod getting her barrel there on time, committing to that up pitch, keeping her shoulders level, catching it out in front, and being absolutely clutch, driving this ball to tie this game up.
Well, we said in the open, this ain't your average midweek. It was going to be a battle today. Jacksonville State, the leaders in Conference USA, taking on 7th-ranked Alabama. 9-game hit streak now for Elrod. And in steps now Wachowski.
We talked about that RPI, but also Jack State has been hot as of late. They're coming off of 2 straight sweeps in conference play. And sometimes when you have a team that comes in with this confidence and then you bring it onto a stage like this and they just start to play bigger and bigger and bigger. And Jacksonville State doing a great job of capitalizing here today.
That was Elrod's 3rd home run of the year. Moten has only allowed 3 hits, but 2 of them have led directly to runs, a couple walks. The 11 strikeouts are strong, but Jacksonville State has continued to find a way to stick around in this game, even with so many Ks.
That's actually really impressive when you break that down, to have 11 strikeouts as a team but still be able to produce runs. That means you're being clutch and timely with your hits.
There's strikeout number 12, but back and forth we go. Emma Elrod ties it at 3. We'll see if Alabama has an answer on the other side. Well, a fun game. First of two for us here in the booth and for Alabama here on this Wednesday. Tied up at 3 going to the bottom of the 5th. Jacksonville State pitching has been bend but don't break today, minimizing the damage. Amber Reed and Emma Elrod have the big hits. The rest of the team has not been as steady, but those big swings have been enough against Vic Moten. 12 strikeouts, a career high. Brooke Wells had a home run, and now the Gamecocks will make another change in the circle as we start the bottom of the 5th. It's the junior out of Douglas, Alabama, McKinley Portillo.
And McKinley Portillo has been very effective for them this year. She's going to throw low to mid 60s. That drop ball is going to come in a little bit harder, but she's going to work mostly east to west. Drop, change, a screwball, a rise ball. And what's interesting about her is that they've actually changed up her pitching identity from last year to this year. Last year she was very rise ball heavy, throwing up in the zone, and now they changed her motion a little bit, so she's more drop in the zone this year.
Third pitcher today for the Gamecocks. We saw Moore start and go 2 innings. Woodruff went 2 innings, and now here's Portillo. And I can't help but notice Julia Holmes is getting warm over in the bullpen.
And it goes back to what we talked earlier about. The pitching staff is one machine working together. You see that here. Jacksonville State going to multiple arms, even warming up another one, ready to sub in if they need to.
Roman turned on it, but it's foul.
And if you're Alabama, this feels like one of those at-bats that just feels bigger in the moment. Being able to get the leadoff on as a bounce back after giving up that big home run would mean a lot momentum-wise for your team.
Roman opposite way. And backing up on the track is Cushingberry to make the grab.
Anna Roman putting a really good swing on this ball, going opposite field, letting it travel, but just playable enough for Cushingberry to make the out.
Strike 1 to Marley Giles. Talked to Coach Murphy about the senior from right here in the state of Alabama, Clanton, Alabama, Chilton County High School. Made a decision coming into her senior year about the type of season she wanted it to be.
I think sometimes as softball players, we forget how important our mindset is. Your brain can control an entire season. If you go up there with confidence, with a little swag, all of a sudden your entire demeanor changes, your at-bats change, and you're probably a little bit more successful as well.
One, two, just outside, 2-2. Jammed, and running in from second is Phillips. 2 down.
And Portillo does a really good job of setting this rise ball up and in. She starts with that drop ball low and away the pitch before, which it may come in at the same miles per hour, but to a batter, that's going to feel a little bit slower. So then when you go back up and in, it's going to speed you up, and you're more likely to get jammed up, just as Giles did right there.
Kaiser and Portillo sharing a word. Michaela Kaiser catching her 3rd different pitcher of the day.
That's impressive. That's a lot of pitchers to get to know, to understand, to be able to receive them and have that communication with.
Facing Salyn Hawkins. Walking a fly out for the junior.
I think Salyn Hawkins is one of the few batters in this Alabama lineup that's a little bit more on the aggressive side with her style of hitting, which is fine. You just have to know your identity as a hitter, but you'll see she's able to foul pitches off, get rid of things, because her her MO, excuse me, is to swing, to be aggressive in counts, to get her front foot down and be on time.
Well, and I think that's certainly personified by the walk and strikeout stats for Hawkins. Just 4 walks and 6 strikeouts all year.
Doesn't strike out a ton, but also doesn't walk a ton either. She puts the ball in play, which just kind of shows her mentality as a hitter is to be aggressive, swing early in counts, put the ball in play, get rid of things when you have to. Just another way of hitting. There's a million ways to do it.
Well, she'll smoke that one out to left. 8th hit today for Alabama and a 2-out single to bring up the powerful Ambry Taylor.
I really love this at bat from Salyn Hawkins. Fouls off a bunch of pitches until she gets something up and in the zone, gets her barrel there and smokes this ball for a single into left field.
Alabama as a team hitting .400. But looking for a separator. Tied up at 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Taylor grounded out in the 1st with the bases loaded, flew out to right in the 4th.
Big moment here for the freshman Ambry Taylor. New in the starting lineup, been put in a few pressure situations before, has come in clutch as a pinch hitter. But now your tie ball game against a really good Jacksonville State team, great opportunity for her to show what she's made of as well.
Portillo trying to work out of this 5th. The 2-2. Taylor will get another base hit. Back-to-back singles, and Alabama is trying to answer.
This is a good pitch by Portillo. It's off the plate, outside, but Ambry Taylor sticks her barrel out, gets around this ball, and she is so strong that she's able to get this ball through the 5-6 hole for a base hit.
Patrick Murphy will go with a pinch runner here. Maddie Hubbard will come in to run for Taylor. Wouldn't be shocked if we see Hubbard stay in on the defensive side.
Maddie Hubbard been moved in and out of that 3rd base spot along with Ambry Taylor and Abby Dukeshire. Alabama looking to solidify that spot over there, but Maddie Hubbard has been great defensively for them as well.
Well, and a massive difference with runners on today as opposed to all of last weekend against Missouri. Looking for another one of those big hits with Jenna Young, who has reached twice on a pair of singles.
Alabama's done a good job of learning from the weekend before, and that's really what it comes down to in the final stretch, is who can get better and better and better as the season goes on. And that takes some reflection from weekend to weekend.
You've got Hawkins on second, Hubbard at first. Jenna Young out towards center field, and that is gone! A 3-for-3 day and a 3-run shot to put Alabama back in front.
Jenna Young knows she's going to get this drop ball, so she drops her back shoulder behind, gets underneath, lets it travel, and hits an absolute laser beam to put Alabama in front.
Well, Jenna Young had 3 hits total in her last 11 games played, 3 for 3 today, and her 3rd home run of the year. And how about that from Alabama? After 2 quick outs, single 3-run shot to get the lead right back.
That's being very efficient with your at-bats, being able to pass the bat down from batter to batter, especially with 2 strikes, or 2 outs, excuse me, knowing that, you know, you have to get those singles, you have to put the ball in play hard. Doesn't quite matter where you hit it, as long as you hit it hard, good things happen.
Now Lauren Johnson hits it hard to right. A 2-hit day for the 9 spot. And back to the top of the order as the bottom of the 5th rolls along.
You gotta love this production from the bottom half of the lineup for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Not just relying on that star power that they have up at the top, but Jenna Young, Lauren Johnson coming in clutch for them, continuing these innings, and especially that at bat right there from Lauren Johnson, following up the home run, keeping the momentum going. I think that's really key.
That'll draw another change in the circle for the Gamecocks. Jalea Holmes will come in and try and get out of this 5th inning, where Alabama's grabbed the lead back. The 3 spot, all runs coming with 2 outs here in this bottom of the 5th inning, and looking for a little bit more against a new pitcher in the circle for Jacksonville State as the Gamecocks turn to the senior righty out of Sharpsburg, Georgia, Jalea Holmes.
Jalea Holmes going to do some really interesting things with her changeup here. She's going to go rise, curve, and change, but she needs to command that changeup. If that changeup is on, it sets up that rise ball, and she gets a lot of strikeouts on that rise.
It's a little high and out to Andre Vandergriff, who's 2 for 3 today. RBI single in the 4th. So you look at 8-9-1 in the Alabama order today, 7 for 9.
You love to see the production all the way through the lineup, but it takes the pressure off that top half when you know that your teammate will have your back further down the line. Don't have to press as hard. Can be a little bit freer up in the box.
Holmes, the 2023 ASUN Freshman of the Year, back when Jacksonville State was in that conference. Third team All-League, her freshman season. Just misses. Full count.
That is a great spot by Holmes, knowing that you have a ball to work with, keeping it lower in the zone. If they chase, great, but if not, you have another pitch to go to.
Another payoff, another foul.
Audrey Vandegrift is one of those players for Alabama that you'd really like to see start to heat up at this point in the season, coming off of an All-American freshman year. Sophomore year can be challenging. You've got more film on you, but if there is a time, it's about now for her to start heating up.
She chases upstairs there, and Holmes gets out of the inning. But Alabama's back in front thanks to a big swing from Jenna Young.
Jenna Young sitting on this drop ball, gets her barrel underneath the ball and has a clutch hit to put Alabama up 6-3.
Well, there's the Jenna Young head out in the Brickyard, and Jenna Young has had a day, 3 for 3 in that 3-run homer in the 5th to give Alabama a 6-3 lead. And now as we go to the 6th inning, the tide will turn to the 2-time SEC Pitcher of the Week so far this season, the junior out of Phoenix, Arizona, Jocelyn Brisky.
Jocelyn Brisky, absolutely amazing for the Tide this year. 12-0 wins to losses. And what makes her special is she's going to split the zone up and down. She's got a phenomenal rise ball and a drop ball that's going to come in at the 67 to 70 mark. But if you're a hitter, you need to pick a height. She's going to get you to chase, and she's very efficient through the zone. Not a lot of walks, very efficient with her strikes.
Facing the heart of the Jacksonville State order, 3-4-5. After Vic Moten Got that career high in strikeouts in the start with 12. Brisky on against Amber Reed, who had the 2 RBI double back in the 3rd. Inside out swing to left field, and on the run is Johnson, who lays out to make the grab.
Lauren Johnson laying it all out. She has a hard first step in towards this ball, recognizes that it's going to be on the line, lays all the way out, and makes a phenomenal grab for out number 1.
Swing and a miss by Kaylee Martin. Single and a strikeout for the sophomore out of Marietta, Georgia. Well, normally when we've seen Patrick Murphy make the defensive subs that he's made here in this inning, that would include Audrey Vandegrift going out to left. But Johnson, the one that he keeps in, and she makes an outstanding grab for that first out. Called strike 3.
Jocelyn Brisky goes up in the zone a little bit, then comes back down in the zone with that drop ball. Marley Giles behind the dish, framing that up really well just to catch the outside corner. 13 strikeouts today for the Alabama pitching staff.
And here are those defensive changes. Maddie Hubbard did stay in to play 3rd for Alabama. And then a little bit of a shuffle out in the outfield as Larissa Pruitt comes in to play right, which we've seen a lot this year for Patrick Murphy. And Kristen White has moved into center field. Pruitt on the run, and she won't track that down as the pinch hitter Cheney Peters battles Brisky. Sophomore out of Trussville, Alabama, and the Illinois transfer. One for 5 on the year with an RBI. Jocelyn Brisky comes in and does Jocelyn Brisky things. Back-to-back strikeouts looking to end the inning.
Jocelyn Brisky going upstairs for that rise ball, sets her up with a drop ball, strikeout looking for Jocelyn Brisky.
Well, Jacksonville State had a 2-1 lead. They tied it up at 3 in the 5th inning, but Alabama has found answers every time. A 6-3 lead looking for insurance ahead of the second game of the day for number 7 in America as the North Alabama Lions wait on deck. That'll be about 30 minutes or so after the conclusion of this game. as the team out of Florence, Alabama, in the A-Sun waits to get their crack at the Crimson Tide.
Both teams today in the top 100 in the RPI. Especially for a midweek, these are some really serious games. I feel like the competition all the way around in the country has just been elevating and elevating, and this game just continues to grow.
Well, and certainly no midweek should ever be taken for granted. I mean, you never know what's going to pop up. You know, most of the time you're going to get a mid-major team throwing their ace against teams who might not start their ace, or you might see what Jacksonville State has done, which is utilize that full staff approach and throw a ton of different looks at an opposing offense.
And especially this late in the season, everybody's a little bit more fatigued. You're coming off of an emotionally draining conference play weekend for both teams. Then you just have to lock right back in for a midweek. And sometimes that's really hard, especially if you're a younger freshman and you haven't felt that before. There's a big endurance piece mentally, not just physically.
We'll see how Holmes handles another 2-2 with Wells. Brooke Wells, see ya! Second home run today. Another bomb by the Tide, and it's 7-3 here in the sixth.
Brooke Wells recognizes this changeup. She gets her foot down, waits on it, and is perfectly on time for this pitch. She got a fastball earlier in the game that she drove out of the park, and now with this changeup, she stays in her backside and drives it over the center field wall.
Well, now the gap is 2 with Alexis Papillo in the home run race for Alabama. That's number 13 for Wells. Papillo still sitting at 11.
You have to wonder if there's a little bit of friendly competition between those two players. A little bit of you hit one, I try to hit one factor to it.
Is that something you ever got into?
Yes. Especially growing up in a competitive family. Everything was a bit of a competition. But it's fun to be surrounded by great players. Everybody just elevates each other.
Well, now Alabama has scored at least 1 run, and for the most part, mainly 1 run in every inning besides the second here today. So getting that balance, 12 hits, hitting .480 as a team in this game. Chopper to short. Nice play by Davis, and Papillo is called out. And Patrick Murphy is going to challenge this one.
Either way.
Challenge the out call at first place. Play is under review.
Either way, a great play by Davis over at shortstop. Charging the ball, getting through it, reading that bounce. She recognizes that first bounce is high, so she needs to charge it in order to get that short hop. Quick transition, great throw over there. And the ticket here is it needs to be indisputable evidence in order for them to overturn it. That one is so close.
I'll be honest, Allie, I've given up long ago trying to make a prediction on a challenge call. Here's another look.
That angle, to me, looks like she might be safe. But like you said, you never really know.
Well, that right there, I think, would be the look that would cause this to be overturned and changed. Again, it's got to be indisputable. Call on the field was out. And when you're looking at that glove at first base, it's the back of the glove that'll make the biggest difference. It's got to be in the back of the glove. And I think, based on the last image we saw on the replay screen, this one might be changed. But we'll hear from Cameron Ellison.
After review, the ruling on the field has changed. Running safe.
So big for Papillo. That extends
Alabama
what
retains
is
their
now
challenge. They have 2 remaining.
an 11-game hit streak and 28-game reach base streak. And it's a single on the infield right after that home run by Wells.
Just a great hustle by Alexis Papillo, but regardless of safe or out, that was a phenomenal play by Davis over at short, showing off her range, charging the ball. Alexis Papillo just fast enough to beat it out.
Now a pinch runner in for the Crimson Tide. Kinley Pate will come and run it first. Senior out of Northport, Alabama.
At the plate of the Tide, right fielder, number 11, Larissa Pruitt.
And Larissa Pruitt, who came in right field for Roman earlier, will face Jalea Holmes, senior out of Hartselle, Alabama. Last year against Jacksonville State, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a couple walks.
Larissa Pruitt, phenomenal on defense, and that's why they sub her in there into right field, but can also get it done with her bat. She's got a ton of potential in the box, especially with her senior day coming up.
That's well struck out towards right center, and Pruitt's got it all the way to the wall. Right on cue, Larissa Pruitt brings in Pate, and it's an RBI triple here in the 6th.
Larissa Pruitt recognizes this drop ball, goes down to get it, drives it into the gap, but what I love is she sees the ball in front of her. She knows with her speed that she can automatically take third base, doesn't even need to look to Coach Murphy, gets all the way to third for a really well hit triple.
First of the season, 4th of her career. Now another senior in Marley Giles. A single, a walk, and a pop out. Started the scoring way back in the 1st. Tomahawk foul.
Giles having her best year yet, senior year. And like we talked about, it comes down to that mindset, and you can tell when she steps into the box. She takes committed cuts. Even that one right there, foul, but she smoked it foul. No hesitation in her swing.
Well, and again, it's been a real resurgence by the Alabama offense today. Now as a team hitting .519 in this game against a Jacksonville State squad that was 2nd in Conference USA in opposing batting average at a mere .236. Giles is caught looking, and Holmes gets the K for the first out.
A great spot there by Holmes, goes low and away, but Kaiser behind the dish, getting her glove around this ball. You'll see the subtle movement to bring it back over the plate, gets that called strike 3.
Second strikeout for Holmes. We were just kind of talking about it, though. This does feel like a massive, almost sigh of relief from this offense today, putting up these numbers, passing the bat, and seeing 1 through 9 all produce in some way. Hawkins is going to produce here. RBI single. No, she's thinking 2, and she'll slide in and get tagged out. So in the books, it is an RBI single for Hawkins, and 2 down with a 6-run lead.
Salyn Hawkins doing a really good job barreling this ball up, being clutch with a runner at third base, but it's the throw from Nowakowski gets her going to second base for another out.
Now looking for more from Maddie Hubbard, sophomore out of Huntsville. Back to what we were talking about, though. Again, it seems so hard for the offense in Columbia to string things together, and today has been, frankly, a breath of fresh air, I'm sure, for the Alabama coaching staff and this team to string it together as often as they have. Hubbard. That'll get cut off and left by Cushingberry. Hubbard will keep it to a single, and the game-ending run will step up with Alabama leading by 6.
Hubbard with just a really hard hit ball. Pitch was left over the middle of the plate. She gets her barrel there and capitalizes on a missed pitch. And going back to what we were talking about earlier, I think hitting is very cyclical. It's very up and down, and hitting is also very contagious. And so sometimes you just have a weekend as a team where you struggle a little bit, but then all it takes is for 1 or 2 people to get hot, and then it's contagious. Everybody starts to feel it, and the confidence starts to rise.
Confidence certainly high in the 5th and 6th innings, as this is another Tide batter looking to make an impact. Garrett Griggs, a freshman, pinch hitting in the 8th spot for Jenna Young. Alabama with 16 hits. That ties a season high with the opener against Villanova.
And they're doing a really good job of hunting a specific pitch, getting their barrel there. You can tell that these are not accidental hits. They're being very purposeful with their swings, with what they're attacking, what their posture looks like, their timing. They definitely have a plan up at the plate.
Griggs loops that out to left. It'll be foul, but that was way over the head of Cushingberry, who was playing at slapper's depth.
Good barrel there by Griggs. Normally a slapper, speedy, going for more of the long ball game rather than the usual short game.
It's another one foul. Tough play, and it's misplayed by Davis. The run rule inducing run is at first.
Garrett Griggs absolutely battling in this at bat, fouling off a bunch of pitches and then putting the ball in play hard. Sometimes that's all you have to do. It doesn't matter where it goes. If you hit it hard right at somebody, those are really tough plays for the infield to make, especially thinking you're going to play small ball, playing up because you're a slapper, and then you put some speed behind the ball. Good job by Garrett Griggs.
Left fielder, number 88, Lauren Johnson.
Still waiting on an official ruling. It will be an E6. So the error by Aria Davis, her 5th this year. In steps Lauren Johnson.
And we were talking about the efficiency of the pitching staff coming into this game. And what's interesting to me is Jacksonville State is on pitch 158 of the day versus Alabama at only 95 as a staff. So just being way more efficient as a staff altogether for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Well, Alabama's had a lot of foul balls today, extending counts. A lot of speed on base. Hubbard at second, the freshman Griggs at first. Johnson, that sneaks through. Murphy will send Hubbard, she'll score. And it's 10-3.
Again, Lauren Johnson just making something happen. She gets a pitch on the outer half of the zone, gets her barrel out, and hits it just hard enough towards that 5-6 hole. That's a hard play for the third baseman going to her left. But Maddie Hubbard, knowing that it's 2 outs, 2 bases, scores easily.
Julie Boland will go and have a word with the entire infield. That is an RBI single for Johnson after it just somehow got past Underwood without her even touching it. And if you're Alabama, you would love to bring in Griggs from second, try and get the run rule ahead of game 2 later on today against North Alabama.
Just fuel your confidence as a team. From before, this game felt really close, tough ball game, especially this is a great competitor in Jacksonville State, and now it's a completely different mindset shift going into game 2 when it's, you know, closer to a run rule than it is a close game.
Well, and the other aspect as well, we suspect that Jocelyn Brisky will start the next game, and so she came in the top half of this inning, didn't throw many pitches at all, just 8. That would certainly help things out for her.
And she is known for throwing very few pitches. She works the zone, but only having 8 going into the next game would be huge for her.
Kristen White, seen her out of Phoenix City, trying to drive in the freshman out of Phoenix City on second. And you see that right there, 667 this year with runners in scoring position. And if not Kristen White, you've got Brooke Wells on deck.
Kristen White, another one that's having her best year yet.
That's blooped on the infield, and the catch is made by Phillips to end the inning. We will play a 7th, but Alabama firmly in command, up 10-3 on Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State has fought hard today. This was a tie game at 3 going to the bottom of the 5th, but 7 unanswered scored by Alabama. And now we go to the 7th with a tied up 10-3 and a new pitcher in the ballgame. Third of this one for the Crimson Tide as a freshman out of Michigan, Caitlin Palazzi, comes in.
Another phenomenal freshman for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Had a perfect game earlier this season. She's going to mix a rise, drop, and changeup. She's going to throw a little bit slower than Jocelyn Brisky, mid-60s, changeup in the low 50s. She's going to be heavier up in the zone, but spinny, spinny, spinny.
6, 7, 8 in the order for the Gamecocks. Phillips, Davis, and Underwood. And a new catcher in the ballgame for Alabama. That's the freshman out of Northport, Holly Beth Brooks. Griggs did stay in to play second.
Another good opportunity for a freshman, especially looking into future seasons, knowing that Giles is a senior. Get a little bit of experience behind the dish.
Phillips has struck out twice today. Now the payoff. That misses, ball 4, and Ashley Phillips trots down to first base after the leadoff walk.
Good at bat by Ashley Phillips there. Looked like that pitch just kind of fell out of the hand of Caitlin Palazzi. Maybe looking to go for more of a backdoor curve. Sometimes if you don't get your wrist around enough, they can fall right off your fingers and almost tail in like a screwball would.
Shortstop, number 12, Aria Davis.
Pinch runner in for the Gamecocks. Jocelyn Garcia over at first. Aria Davis will take strike 1. There you see the freshman out of Chino Hills, California. There's that Palazzi changeup for strike 2. Over to third, Hubbard will get the lead runner. No chance for 2. 1 down.
Good changeup there by Palazzi. Gets it tight on the hands, which is a little unusual for a changeup, but is very successful with it. Ground ball to Hubbard. Knows exactly where she needs to go with the ball and gets the lead out at second base.
First pitch ball to J.C. Underwood. Well, and even though this has turned into a lopsided game, Jacksonville State still has a couple outs to play with. The Gamecocks were certainly game today, battling with Alabama. And you can see why this is a team that a lot of people have really bought in on this year and why they're at the top of the Conference USA standings with some series wins over a lot of the teams they're going to contend with for the league title.
Absolutely. I think we've seen a lot of positive stuff from Jacksonville State. Their pitching been pretty phenomenal for them, but also the defense. I've seen a lot of great stuff from their defense as well as timely hitting, which are things that you can take going into future games.
Palazzi hits her spot. That's her first strikeout, and Alabama's an out away.
Palazzi sets this pitch up. She goes up in the zone first and then goes curveball out on the outer half, clips the corner for a strikeout looking.
So with 2 gone, a pinch hitter from Blue Springs, Missouri, the freshman, Michaela DeVille. She's got 10 RBIs this year. Hasn't gotten a lot of swings of late, but 15 of 50 on the season for that 300 batting average.
And what's interesting when you look at this Jacksonville State lineup is they have RBI production basically up and down the lineup. It's not coming in chunks just from the top or just from the bottom. A lot of hitters in their lineup, if not all, have RBI production.
In the air to left. Johnson is right there to make the grab, and Alabama wins it. It was tight for a while, but then the Tide offense explodes, and Alabama grabs the first of 2 today, 10-3 over Jacksonville State.
Alabama very efficient this game, getting clutch hits when they need to, and then the pitching, 15 strikeouts, season high for them. Great all across the board, and a great win for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Alabama moves to 30-2 on the year, and there's another game coming up in about 30 minutes as the Tide takes on North Alabama. For my partner, Allie Shipman, and our entire SEC Network crew, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long from Rhodes Stadium in Tuscaloosa, where the final score once again is Alabama 10, Jacksonville State 3. Thank you so much for joining us again. In about 30 minutes, we've got Alabama and North Alabama in game 2 of our doubleheader, and we hope you'll be here for that one. This has been a presentation of the SEC Network. We'll see you in a bit, everybody.